Hello everyone. In the last video, we've discussed about if-else-if and nested if-else in Java. Now we're going to discuss an extension to the if-else-if topic, which is the switch case in Java. So today we'll learn about switch case and we'll make a simple calculator using switch case in Java. So let's get started. Now let's look at the switch case in Java. Now if you look at the flowchart over here, it is here you at starting you write the switch and then you write the variable over here and you write cases over here. In the if else if condition you write how you write the if and then else if. Here you write different cases, case 1, case 2, case 3, whatever, and then you write the condition here. Under this case you write a statement and then you break that case. So what happens is if for example whatever the value you enter, if the case 1 is true, then that is going to break and it is going to exit from the loop. It is not going to check the case 2, case 3 and many other cases. If it is false, then it goes to the case 2. If it is true, it is not going to again check the downward, the succeeding cases. It is not going to check all these cases. So that is how it works. We'll check this out in Eclipse IDE. Now let's create a program using switch case in Java. I've created a package called switch case and I've created a class called switch cases here. So today we'll create a code. We'll write a program which would take the input of the size of the shirt and it's going to print out whether the size is small, medium, large or extra large. Okay. So for that we need to let's take the user input. So for that, scanner se equal to new scanner system.in. Now we'll take the input, create a variable called number, we'll do se.next. Now we'll create, now we have created a variable called number. Now we will create the switch, we'll use the switch, and inside the switch bracket we need to mention a variable or an expression. So we'll write the variable called number here. Now the first case is size small, so small size is 29, so case 29 this out small, then break case 29 and then medium is 42, this out medium and then break case 44, this out large, then break the other case 48. We can create as many cases as we want. Extra large. And I'll explain this break keyword after I write the whole program. And after you write all the cases, it is very important to mention the default. Let's write please enter our wallet size. And then 8. So this is the code. Now let's execute this. No, before we execute this, I forgot to mention this. Enter your shirt size. So yeah, let's execute this program. So it's asking enter your shirt size. If my shirt, I'll look at my shirt, it is 42, then it is showing medium. Yes. Now let us see how this code works here. I've created a scanner class which takes in the input of the shirt size, and then I've created a switch case and I've kept the variable number here. So here the cases are like the situations. See, not situations, cases are like the choices. For example, if it is 29, in shirt, when you look at shirts, you have sizes. If the shirt size is 29, it is small size. If it is 42, it is medium. If it is 44, it's large, and if it's 48, it's extra large. So case 29, we print it as small. So when some user enters his input here as 29, then it is going to check here and it is going to print small. And break is the most important keyword over here, because what happens here is when for example the user entered the keyword 20 the input as 29, and then it is printed small, then when we use the break keyword here, it just exits from the loop. It's not going to check case 42, it's not going to check case 44, 48. This itself differs this switch case from if else if, where in the if else if thing we write else if else if else if. So what happens there is when someone enters the input, or when someone gives the value for the variable, what it does is it will check each and every else if. It is going to check whether the statement is true. No, okay, let's go jump to the else if. It will jump to all the else ifs, and it is going to jump to the else, and it is going to execute the code, and that makes that process consume a bit more memory, and that doesn't look as classy as the switch else case looks. So we write it in switch else. So see, if you don't mention this break over here, if you remove all the break from here, let's see what happens. I could have commented that, but okay. It is asking enter your shirt size. I've entered 42. See, it has printed medium, large, extra large. Please enter a valid size. So what happened here was, when you don't enter the break here, it will all the things here. I have entered 42. So after 42, whatever is there, it is printing everything. Say medium, large, extra large. So it is not exiting from the loop. It is continuing from the loop, and it is printing whatever is visible, whatever has to be printed over here. So it is very important that we need to mention break here. Now let's check out. Now let's create a program. A simple calculator using switch case. Okay. Now let's create a simple calculator. So let's look at the outline of the program. So what we basically do is we take three doubles, which will name them as A, B, and then result. And then we're gonna take a character. We're gonna take a character which is named as operator, and then we'll create a switch case, and then we'll print out the result. So this is the outline of the program. So the first thing is taking user inputs. So firstly we'll import the scanner class. Scanner SE. Yes, we've imported the scanner class, and we have to take the inputs of before we take the inputs, let's create the variables. The first variable is character operator, and the other variable is double A, comma B, comma result. So instead of writing as double A and then again double B and again double result, we can simply write like this: double A comma double B comma A comma B comma result. These three variables will be stored in double. So this can be done. Now, first thing is we have created these variables. Now we'll take the user input. So here we are learning a new thing. So in order to take input for a character, it is not like we take for an integer. It is sc dot next dot char at 0. This is how we take user input for a character, and in order to take user input for variable, it is c dot next double. Since it's a double, we are taking next double, and then c equals sc dot next double. So we've taken the user inputs. Now we have to start. We'll write switch, and then starting. Let us write this. Enter the operators. Well, operators are plus, minus, into, and divided by. Enter the operator, and then here enter the value for A. Enter the value for B. So we've declared everything. Now switch operator. So the first case is case so before we this out. We store the value in result. Result equals A plus B. This out. The value is, and then print out the variable called result. and then break. We have to create 4 such cases. So case minus result equals A minus B. The value is, we could actually write the result is, so we're writing the value is result, then break. The third case is multiplying, result equals A into B. Then this is how value is result, then break. The next case is divide by, which is represented by slash. Now the result equals slash B. Value is result, then break, and then default the default thing would be please enter a valid operator. Please enter a valid operator. Then break. So yeah, this is the code here. So it is asking enter the operator. Now I've entered the plus operator. It's asking the value for A, which is 23. The value for B is 45. The value is 68.0. So let's see how this works. First, we have created a variable called operator, and we've created 3 double variables which are A, B and result. A, B for the user input, and the result prints out whatever operator we use it for. Now we'll take the user inputs here. For that, I have imported the scanner class, and then in order to import a character, we write here, instead of SC we can take anything here, and next to bracket dot char at 0. So this is how you import a character variable, and then this is how you take the user input for a character variable and enter. Here I've taken the inputs for A and B, user input for A and B. Now I've created a switch case, and the variable I've mentioned here is operator. So if the user mentions the plus operator, then the result would be the value he enters for A plus the value he enters for B. And here, while we print out the we write here the double quotes used inside the double quotes we wrote the value is, and we didn't here the result is a variable, so it directly prints the result out here. So it prints out the value is and the result, whatever the result we get for A plus B, and then breaks and break, and then a minus, into, and divided by. We have wrote 4 cases, and if the user like gives the wrong operator here, then it would jump to the default thing which says please enter a valid operator. So this is how the calculator works. In this video, we've discussed about switch case in Java and we've made a simple calculator program using switch case. If you have any queries and suggestions regarding this video, you could ping me on my Instagram handle or you could comment in the comment section below. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. We'll meet in the next one.